Whoa, it's 2016.
2016.
Happy New Year, guys. Welcome back to the Jenna Julien Podcast.
He just faked me out. I went in for a fist bump and then a high five, and then he does that fake hug thing.
Pretty awkward.
Gets me every time.
Pretty proud of that.
I know you are.
Hope you guys are having a good New Year so far. This is the first podcast of the New Year, so that's exciting. This table's about to fall.
You're going to knock over the whole table.
Why did it just do that?
With your giant man body.
Oh, it's on the edge of the rug, that's why. It's like halfway on. Wow, this was a rocky
This
start.
is why we can't have nice things, Julien.
This week is brought to you by Club W. Have specially selected, perfect for your taste wine delivered to your door. Eliminate the hassle of having to shop for wine. They do the work for you. Club W. Check it out at clubw.com/Jenna Julien. Get 50% off your first order.
That sounds completely delicious.
Oh, it's amazing. Our other sponsor this week is Boll Branch. Start sleeping better with the amazing and sweetly soft bedding from Boll Branch. Go to bollandbranch.com right now to check out their selection and get 20% off your order with product code Jenna Julien. Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It really is like on the edge of the rug. So if you lean...
You want to push it forward?
I mean, that's kind of risky. All right, let's...
Life on the edge,
Julien. There you go.
All right,
That's a lot better.
Pushed our podcast table forward. Push you forward.
Push you forward. So, this week, we had a few ideas, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll explain the first one. The first one was we were just on a big road trip. We drove up to Oregon for the holidays. And as with any road trip, you find time in the car to, try to kill time with games and whatever. And we were playing.
Yeah, we're almost not allowed to play 20 questions anymore because it makes us hate each other.
Yeah, we get in pretty big fights from it. But then we wanted to play like specific 20 questions just specific to MMA, and it was a lot like the podcast we did where Jenna quizzed me on celebrity stuff.
Yeah, they're called Julien Sucks at Celebrity Trivia Parts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I've always told Julien that I'm more than open if he ever wants to do it to me, like stuff that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
Like that it would be funny. But yours, it wouldn't be as, the umbrella of some sort of trivia. It would have to be like a lot of things that I probably should know and just don't, so that you can get me back. But I feel like we played it for a couple minutes and then we were like, all right, we got to stop because we should do this in a podcast. Because
we really did. We said that because this is too funny. We got to just save it.
Because I know a lot about the UFC. I just have awful, terrible questions.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So that is, we'll do that the second half of the podcast. The first half, we wanted to talk about a Netflix series called Making a Murderer. A lot of you wonderful people have suggested it to us for months and months now.
Yeah, the second that the preview was on YouTube, people started tweeting it at me.
Yeah, and we've seen it in the comments here. But we finally got around to it. As soon as we got home from our trip, we sat down and binge watched the entire thing for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, and also as people requested in this comment section of the podcast to listen to the podcast Serial, which we also listened to.
Absolutely. So we finished Serial.
Fire.
Serial was amazing. The first season. So the second season is going right now.
Yeah.
We listened to the whole first season of Serial, which is a very interesting, unique type of podcast, which we enjoyed very much. We listened to that basically all in the car ride on the way home, but we still had some left when we got home. So we just sat in the living room and listened to it, which was really fun. But then we got around to Making a Murderer, and that really was incredible. And we wanted to talk about that. Making a Murderer, it's a 10-part series on Netflix.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I don't think that there can be any spoilers because, you can't Google what happens, but we'll tell you the gist of it. But even if you watch the preview, they give you this much.
Yeah, but if you do want to watch it and have it be pure, then click away now.
Yeah, don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, how do we start this? Because it was it was so well done, but the story... It was just a great combination of incredible story that they were telling and then the way they told it, the chronological style, which is very interesting because it really immerses you in it.
Yeah.
So for those, who are curious what we're talking about, it's the first part of the series takes place and has different time-stamped footage than the 10th part of the series. So they're filming it as time goes on, and you're watching it in that order. They don't jump back and forth. So it's very real time. It kind of makes it a lot more like, I don't like very real to you. It's just, it really brings you into the moment of each episode. So you're not feeling like you're watching a movie or even a documentary where they wrap everything up and keep going back. It was really just like going through time. And it's a crazy story. This fucking guy.
I'm looking up his name. Stephen
Avery. Yeah. Stephen Avery in, Minnetonka, Wisconsin. Small town, Wisconsin, right?
I can't even remember. I watched
Minnetonka, Wisconsin. It's a small town, and this guy Stephen Avery, he gets accused of a rape he did not commit, and he gets thrown in jail for 18 years for it. He's wrongfully accused.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, as I said, okay. Minnetonka County, and he serves 18 years for it. Like that's the beginning of this. So he serves that time, and 18 years comes, and suddenly DNA evidence proves it wasn't him. Big shocker. So he gets freed out of jail. There's this big thing about it. As soon as he gets out of jail, him and his lawyers are like, we're going to sue the fuck out of the police department, the state, and try to get $36 million for the 18 years of freedom they took from me. As that's going on, another thing happens, which is basically someone goes missing, and it is tied to him. The police pin it on him. The way that is done, though, is the craziest part of the whole series. Like, I don't want to say anything factually, because a lot of it's still just like, at least according to the police department, is still just like word of mouth or who said this, allegedly, that. But basically, the way the series paints it out is that this woman who went missing did have business with Stephen Avery. She worked for Auto Trader. He had a car lot, and they had business together. And as soon as they found that connection, when they were searching for the suspect or the missing person, they took him away from his house, the car lot, the entire Avery lot on Avery Road, and they quarantined his place for 8 days. And the police just occupied it for 8 days, like 8 whole entire day and nights. Police 24 hours a day on the property doing what they did. Like, no one really knows what they did except for them. Sure enough, they found evidence with a key, fingerprints, all this stuff, and they put him back in jail for the murder of this woman.
Yeah.
This series is incredibly popular. So many people are watching it right now, as they should be, because it's just a really crazy story and really well done. But it's just such a roller coaster of emotions. Like, it frustrates you so much.
Well, I think that the point of the story is to show how the cops have now 2 times at least been involved in doing something that they shouldn't be doing, regardless of whether or not, like, we know he didn't do the rape in the beginning, but we don't know 100% if he committed this murder or not. But there are definitely like police follies all over the place, and like really, it's just like a eye-opening look at our judicial system and how many flaws it has. Like, for him to get out of jail the first time took them forever and ever and ever, to go through the appeals process and all that shit, because our system is kind of fucked up. Like, once you get thrown in jail for a crime, it's almost impossible to get you out of there, even if...
Given all the circumstances are against you, like this situation.
Right. So I think that people might be forgetting that, it's a Netflix show. Yeah, it's all fucked up. But they didn't exactly do the best job of pointing out that there is another side to this.
Yeah, it was very one-sided.
That maybe he's not innocent. Maybe he did commit the second crime. People in the comment section of the trailer on YouTube are like, nah, dude, I fucking live here. He killed that girl, like, blah, blah, blah. And my first reaction to the entire thing, I was yelling and screaming in the living room as we were watching it, because I have been a juror on a murder trial in the past when I was about 19 years old in Rochester, New York. And I was an alternate. I was the second to last person to be picked. Yeah. And even if, the cops framed him for 2 crimes he didn't do, and, lawyers were doing their jobs the best that they can to the best of their abilities, both in defending him and also trying to put him in jail. Mm-hmm. The jury made some serious mistakes in finding him guilty 2 times. The first time is completely ridiculous to find him guilty of rape. absolutely insane. No jury should be able to find him guilty.
Unless a rape kit is like, okay, it was him.
Right.
Yeah.
Second of all, in the second crime, there is just way too much reasonable doubt. It's absolutely insane. And what I think was so important about the entire series as a whole is to show you that they had a difficult time that second time around finding jury members that were not being, completely exposed to Stephen Avery as a person, all of his, being thrown in jail, then coming out of jail, then
it was hard to find impartial jurors.
Yeah, sure, especially since the police and all of them were really hell bent that they wanted this guy to go away, because what you mentioned earlier is that he was suing Manitowoc County and the sheriff's department and all those people for $36 million, and their insurance policies had deemed it so they weren't covered for what they did, that they maliciously threw a person in jail, and that they were all personally being held responsible for $36 million, which is why they have a lot of motive to do something bad. Yeah. But I just could not get over the fact that this is such a painting of what happens when we hold people guilty in the court of public opinion, when people jump to conclusions that they know, like the people in the comments section on YouTube. We know he fucking did it. Like, you don't live here. You don't understand. We followed the news as it happened. But if that happens in your neighborhood, I feel the same way. Everybody feels that same way. Oh my God, I already know this story. I know that guy. He's fucking terrible. When in reality, nobody knew a lot of the facts of the crime until they were presented in court. No one knew them. Yeah. And these jurors that were on that fucking trial have just done a terrible injustice 2 times now in Manitowoc County, although the other one was in Calumet, next town over or whatever, by going in biased and being selected for a jury while having these predisposed ideas and opinions about who Stephen Avery was, which is horrible, because that's like the last check and balance that we have in order to make sure that this doesn't happen. And people love to be like, oh, the cops, like, oh, the fucking judicial system, oh, like, when in reality there's 12 people being held responsible so that this doesn't happen.
The jury part was very, very frustrating to watch for me too, because
how can you find him guilty?
Well, yeah, and you only heard from one of the jurors, and he was the excused juror. He had a family emergency. He couldn't be on the final jury, so he had to be excused. But he was in the room for the entire trial, and then as soon as they went to deliberate, he had to go. Right. And you heard from him, and he was like, he could speak on the fact that there were a lot of stubborn people on that jury. There were people who had their opinions and weren't moving. Right. And most of those people were the reason that they took a couple days and then they ended up flipping and whatever.
He said they polled the jury, and at first most people were in favor of not finding him guilty, but there were three
people who weren't budging.
Really stubborn people. Yeah. But I'm sorry, then you don't fucking reach
a
verdict.
Then it's a mistrial, whatever.
It's a fucking, exactly.
No, and that's fine. The thing about this whole thing is that it really just kind of seems like the perfect storm. The way everything went down, it was this guy had a bad, and I'm still I don't know for a fact what happened, obviously, but the guy had a bad rep, right? The police department clearly didn't like him. The state didn't like him. The jury clearly was made up of people, at least a few of them, who had opinions about him, which is dangerous as shit, especially on a trial this big. And then you go to the part where the state and the police department have so much power in a sense that they control the facts, the news, and the way the news got out, it was at the hand of that guy Katz and all these people who worked.
He was the worst.
Yeah, but he got his. So
yeah, true. But regardless,
you know what I mean? Though, the way the news, for someone, if I'm just I grew up in Manitowoc and this guy's fucking guilty. Fuck him. I watched the news. Yes, maybe you have that feeling. Maybe you did watch the news live. Maybe you did live down the street from him. But you have to understand that the police department was feeding the news when it suited them. Right. The news popped up and different stories and different parts of the story came out to the public when it was convenient for the state side of the case. And no matter what came out of the case, what factual evidence appeared or was submitted in evidence in the case or in the trial, the defense attorneys couldn't do that. They had no power to just go to the news and be like, hey, talk about this. Like, you know what I mean? The state's
and the judge fucked them. They weren't allowed to, point to any sort of third-party responsibility.
Multiple times.
They
denied
were
motions.
just getting fucking sidelined the entire time.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm.
Which is all disgusting. It's all, the way that it all happened, the way that everything went down is disgusting. But what bothers me the most is that I feel like jury duty in our culture, in America, I don't know how it is in your country if you're listening from another country, it's almost a joke that people are like, oh man, I got to go to jury duty. And I've sat in that room before when they pick jurors.
Me too.
And everyone is just like, oh, I can't do it. I have to work.
Yeah. Nobody wants to do it.
I've heard people make up the most ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm blatantly racist. I can't be on
I don't
this
like
trial.
gay people.
I've my sister's brother's uncle's
it's the
dog
epitome of American fucking lazy people.
Right, was the victim of a violent crime. I don't think I can be fair and impartial. And there were very few people when I got picked to be on a murder trial that were in there, that were willing to be in there. Everybody else had somewhere else to be, and they just couldn't stomach the idea of wasting their time. And that's what I really feel like. If you're in a small county like that, chances are you have to just pick people that would rather be somewhere else, that would rather just deliberate and come to a decision and get it over with. I don't want to be in this jury room for more than 4 days thinking about this murder. Let's just fucking find him guilty because everyone wants us to.
Get out of here.
But that's so terrible and awful that we as people and citizens don't take our civic duty seriously, when in reality you have power. If you're a juror someday, which I hope that you are, I think it's an important experience. You have the power to really affect someone else's entire life.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like now it seems like increasingly so that people are lazy and they're finding ways to get out of jury duty so they can go home, whatever. Like the law, I feel like, hasn't really caught up with that. So it's like in a situation like this, when it's so overwhelming that all these jurors are so influenced and they so have opinions, that they would be like, okay, we're going to wait a week, go gather a couple other jurors from the next state over who know nothing about this, and we're going to put them on the trial. You know what I mean? Like something like that where you think, okay, here's a problem with these jurors who are not going to give a fair trial. Let's solve that problem. I'm not saying that's a solution. I'm just saying, like, in this story, there never really was a chance for a fair jury to happen because they were picking from a pool of really shitty fucking people to be on the jury.
That happens often. Every high-profile case, it happens. Like Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson.
People have
opinions.
It
takes a long time to find a jury, or even Robert Durst in The Jinx.
It
takes a long time to find people that have not been exposed to the level of, just media garbage that could sway them in one direction or another. And people equally are not honest about their predisposed opinions and thoughts in a way that's helpful to pick a jury.
Yeah.
It's just it's a huge failure and disservice across the board that this can happen to someone. And we all feel relatively powerless about it, but I hated, as a person that's had that experience, I hated that the whole show kind of glazed over. They were like, oh, the jury deliberated, and then they just found him guilty. And I'm like, wait, fucking how? Somebody get those motherfuckers in a room and have them explain themselves. How dare you? You know?
Yeah, it was incredibly frustrating.
And all of those motherfucking cops should be in jail. I don't understand how they never got in trouble or held accountable for what they did. I can understand how, Stephen Avery settled his lawsuit and didn't get $36 million, but how come no one ever created a criminal case for those people on the sheriff's whatever?
I mean, and it's so frustrating because you're like a third of the way through the entire series, and you see how all of these sheriffs and all these people in the police department are being deposed for all the shit they fucking did.
Yeah.
All the illegal, all the, horrible, vindictive shit they did to get Stephen Avery in jail for 18 years. And you're like, oh shit, like they're all getting deposed, they're all getting caught in their tracks, they're all getting caught in their lies. This is going to be good. Like, we'll see something happen of some sort of justice. But then as soon as you start to get somewhere, they find this out where they're like, oh, fuck, look, he murdered someone. Let's just fucking forget this. And so then they literally repeat that behavior. And never again in the series do you feel like they ever get any sort of punishment or even question about the way they like, and that's obviously the most infuriating part as you watch it. It's like the police are just doing whatever the fuck they want. They're doing whatever the fuck they want. They're having complete.
That's the saddest part about our judicial system is that this happens all the time. Yeah. That police pick and choose who they don't like. It happens often in smaller places.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Where the cops know everybody. Yeah. It's really fucking awful. Yeah. And even in big cities, they know who all of the people in their town or city or area that they've deemed a problem, and they just, like, fuck with them their entire lives. It happens all the time. I mean, this is a high-profile case, and now everybody's got it in their, the forefront of their mind because of this series. But I don't know. It was kind of one-sided, and it also, I feel like, was just, like, placing all of the blame on the cops, when in reality there's a lot of blame in a lot of different ways in a lot of areos.
Yeah, I mean, the Stephen Avery guy, obviously, he just wasn't a saint the way he was painted out to be. Like, obviously, he was kind of a shitty guy sometimes, but, the whole fucking, like, there never felt like there was a single rule that the police had to follow. Like, the 8-day search, completely stupid, completely over excessive, just unreal that they got to occupy the property for 8 days. And then, in trial, when they're like, you fucking planted this evidence, they're like, how dare you accuse us of planting evidence? We are respected as and they're like, that's how you'd answer. That's how you'd answer if you're fucking guilty. Like, are you kidding me? You're not, like, he clearly has you for this. Like, you're on fucking 8 days. Are you joking? When are you allowed to occupy a place for 8 days just because you want to? I don't know. And then the whole interrogation of the nephew. Sorry, the nephew.
Was insane.
Was insane because the kid was, he was very, very unintelligent, and they put him in a room and they literally cracked him to the point where they, like, with their tricky, techniques, because all these cops who interrogate people, they know techniques, they know this shit, they studied it, they trained for it, and they overuse their power on this kid who has, like, a shred of an IQ, and they make him commit to, admit to this thing he didn't do.
What was the name of
didn't do
the West Texas 3 or whatever they are?
Oh yeah, the Lost Boys of or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Have we talked about it on the podcast?
I don't know, but it's on HBO. It's a 3-part.
Look it up?
Yeah, it's a 3-part series, and it was sort of the same thing as The Nephew. Lower IQ kids, all like 16 years old, and they got accused of a crime that they didn't do. The confessions were coerced, and they sat in jail for fucking 20 years, and then finally got out.
West Memphis 3.
West Memphis 3, sorry.
Yeah.
Same thing. But they recently got out. I mean, within the last 5-10 years, they've gotten out. You'd think that the nephew would have an easier time getting a better or different new trial because of that completely coerced confession. But, towards the end of the show, they show you, they're not giving him a new fucking trial, and it's impossible.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Once you're in here and convicted guilty, it is so fucking hard to get you out.
You're fighting completely upstream.
Like, almost impossible. They make it almost impossible. That's not justice. They just want they want a decision. All right, you're guilty. Done. We're not going to talk about it ever again.
Yeah. None of that ever felt like they were trying to get justice.
That's the problem with our judicial system. Is it really even about justice sometimes?
Yeah.
But that's just why I wish people, as outraged and upset as people are on the internet and everything, they just love to forget how sometimes our own thoughts and actions contribute to sad things happening like this.
Yeah, because, all the people commenting, how dare these cops, how dare them, could they, they could have been the person who hated Steve Avery for 5 years growing up and then got called onto the trial and was like, no, I don't know who that is, and then fucking convicted him. Like, that could be that person. You thinking with this mentality, like, it can never be me, but then you also hold these opinions that you think are harmless. They might not be harmless someday.
Well, yeah, and also if you're fucking pissed off at something like this, if you don't like it, next time you get called for jury duty, go sit in that courtroom and say, yes, I can be fair and impartial in this trial, as long as that's the truth. Don't try and get out of it. Don't try and make excuses. Your world can wait. It's an important experience to have. And it should be very difficult to find someone guilty. Like, that's the burden of proof. They have to prove to you that there's not a shred of any other possibility that could have happened in order to find someone guilty. And people...
So beyond reasonable doubt means...
You hear it all the time that people are getting convicted guilty of things that you're like, but how? Yeah. How can you... How is there no reasonable doubt? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. There was plenty of reasonable doubt in both of his cases, in my opinion.
That you bringing up kind of a point I want to make. I've talked about this before, but growing up in school, and this is me, and I grew up in California. I never felt like there was 1, 2, 3, or any real classes I took that helped me in real life kind of shit. There wasn't like an accounting finance class, basic finance class that I took. There wasn't a lot of real life things that you could easily have taken in a class. And other countries often do take certain classes that help you. And another one would have been how to be a juror, or what it's like to be a juror. Because now, like, at least for me, it's like, obviously you had class where you learn about U.S. history, checks and balances, you learn all the facts of how the government works, but you never take a class of like, being a juror. Right. And, you take that class and you're like, okay, it puts you through this class, this course, this discussion where you really are conveyed to that being a juror is more than yourself. It's way more than your weekend plans or whatever the fuck you might be doing when you get called. Like it's just bigger than you. And I feel like a lot of people never have had that realization. They never know that. And so when they get called, they're like, oh shit, it's jury duty. Just like, all my friends says jury duty sucks. Like, fuck it, let's get out of here. And you were talking about how you got asked, can you be fair and impartial? I didn't even get that far. I
dressed up. I wore glasses.
I
wore like a jacket, and I sat there all day, and I was a very
I don't have glasses, but I dressed up as well. And I went to jury duty, and I spent like 9 a.m. to like 4 or 5 p.m. there, just sat around, waited, and they called my name and they said, sorry, you're dismissed. See you next year. And I'm like, I get to go home, but I was like committed to this. I wanted to do this if I had the opportunity. And like, it bugs me that a lot of people are just so quick to want to get out of it.
Well, think about it like this. Think about when you go to the DMV. I like to use the reference of, the DMV is like a slice of life. Like, there's literally everyone in there. And so whenever you like make a joke or you're like, oh, it's like the fucking DMV in here. There's people from all walks of life in there. Now imagine you take every person that you see in the DMV at any given moment, you put them all in a room, and they need to make a life or death decision together. You don't know each other, and you can't talk to each other about the trial until the trial is over. Yeah. You're sitting in a room together.
It's a good way to put it.
From all different backgrounds.
Yeah. Nothing
and
to
you
do
guys,
with each other.
You guys need to decide together, even though, half of the people that were sitting up there might have fallen asleep at some point, zoned out, don't fucking care. They'd rather be somewhere else. They're not listening. They're not fucking paying attention. And you guys need to sit together after, because mine was like 2 weeks. So after the end of 2 weeks, now you guys all finally have a chance to sit down and fucking talk to each other about the trial. Imagine trying to come to a decision with people like that. It's very difficult, and it takes people that want to do it in order to do it effectively.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, it's just impossible to find a jury of people that are like that all the time, because, if you find 3 jurors that are really stubborn one way or another, the other amount of people in there are just sitting there like, I guess you're right. So, all right, I'm
That's
cool with that.
That's the problem with like stubborn people.
Okay with that.
Yeah.
Is that for every one person that has thoughts and ideas or really cares about what's going on, there's 10 other fucking passive people in the room that are willing to let you just make the decision.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but being in that room and like having this discussion about that sounds fucking interesting to me. I would want to do that. I want like that. That sounds like something I'd like to do in my lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think we ever in school had like a mock trial.
We did like
wasn't effective.
No, yeah, we did like a mock like debate. We did debates,
right.
We did mock presidential debates, but we didn't even fucking do mock jury trials. At least that I can't remember. Maybe we did, but obviously it didn't work because I'm not remembering it.
Yeah, that was my only 2 cents that the show or documentary or whatever didn't address at all.
The jury.
Is that there is some blame to be just on the people that were able to find him guilty.
Yeah.
Because the police can hate somebody and frame them for crimes all they want. You are the last line of defense to make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And if you're too fucking lazy or don't care, don't turn around and then care about it when Netflix comes out with a documentary about it.
Well, I think that's part of the good of this documentary. It's going to kind of like, at least hopefully, it opens some people's eyes to why this happens. And the fact that you're sitting here on your couch watching it, but you are directly correlated to this. Like you are a part of this.
Right. Yeah, and don't ever go into a trial with a predisposed idea because of what the news tells you. Have a fucking sense of skepticism.
Also remember that the news. I mean, as much as you want to believe what they say, it's fact. They're business. they're trying to make a buck for themselves. So
True.
when they break news, when they make news stories, they do it in a way that's going to get them ratings.
Disgusting.
It's just the way it works.
I know it is, but it's disgusting.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Sitting down and watching that was great, but at the end of it, I really needed to get myself a glass of wine. And you know what would be great is if it was delivered to my door. That's what Club W can do for you guys.
Julian.
Sign up for Club W. What happens is you fill out this survey. Okay, they ask you a couple questions, different tastes you like, different tastes you don't like, and they form a selection of wine that you might like. So they send you your wine, you taste it, you fill out a response. Very simple, very easy, couple of questions. They take that response and they move forward in selecting specifically tailored wines for you. And then the next shipment of wine that you get delivered to your door without moving off your butt is even more specific to your taste. And then by the end of it, you should be finding wines that are perfect for you. Not for your friends who say this is good wine, not for your mom who's like, get this wine. No, it's the wine that you like because your taste buds said so. So I don't know about you guys. I even said this in a vlog the other day. I buy wine by how cool the bottle looks. And that's a very, very,
I can vouch for Julian doing that. He does that.
It's not a high success rate method because
it's a lot of trial
because I'm
and
looking
error,
at the fucking bottle. So check it out, Club W. I really think this is a great way to get your wine. Go to clubw.com/Jenna Julien and you will get 50% off your first order. So give that a shot. If you guys like wine, obviously, only if you're of legal drinking age. If you're not, and you can find a way to do it with your parents and then steal the wine. I'm just kidding. Don't do it unless you're under 21. Unless you're over 21.
Obviously, unless you're 21.
And then, when the wine bottle is empty and you got to go to bed, you want to get a great night's sleep. So check out Boll Branch for the most comfortable bedding I've ever touched or heard of or experienced. Boll Branch has all of your bedding needs, sheets, blankets, all the stuff. And we sleep on it currently, and we hold true that it is some of the most...
Yeah, I'm not going back.
You can't. You absolutely can't. You just can't. It's like so comfortable. Boll and Branch. And you get 20% off your order, guys, with product code Jenna Julien at Boll and Branch. Go to Boll and Branch, that's BOLL, and branch.com. And check out their selection. They have a lot of stuff. And just know that it's not first of all, it's delivered to your door. You don't have to go shopping for it, which is nice. And it's not a big mass company that has factories and shitty paid workers. They take care of their own, and a big portion of your purchase doesn't just go to them. They donate to a lot of different good causes. So check them out. Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, what do you say we get a little light now?
All right, yeah, we need to get light up in here.
Let's get lit.
Let's get lit. I saw a tweet that I was laughing at. Tim DeLaGhetto retweeted it. It was like, to all the thick girls out there that don't feel confident, I just want you to know that you should love your body, girl, because you can't spell cellulite without you lit. I laughed way too hard at it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
All right, so we're going to do 20 questions MMA style, because this is basically going to be my version of Jenna doesn't know shit about this.
I'm sorry if this goes a little slow for those of you listening.
No, it'll be fun.
We'll play
if you guys are, you're busy and you don't want to deal with us being, goofy and shit, bye, Felicia. Oh, by the way, have you guys ever seen, you haven't seen Straight Outta Compton, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay, if you guys have seen Straight Outta Compton, can you just agree with me really quick that whole scene when that dude's girlfriend, Felicia, goes into their hotel room when they're partying, they made that whole scene so Ice Cube could say, bye, Felicia. I mean, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that's
not actually Ice Cube. It's his son who's acting. But the scene ends with her saying, bye, Felicia. And you're like, wait a minute. Did they just make that whole entire scene so he could say that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have the person that I'm going to be picking, and you have to ask. But I'm going to say it into the mic, so you got to cover your ears when I say it. So they know the whole time you're guessing.
I'll take my headphones off.
Take your headphones off and plug your ears. Make sure you can't hear me. I'll whisper.
Okay.
John Jones. All right, we're good. We're good. All right.
Bye, Felicia.
Go ahead.
Okay, do I know this person?
You know who they are.
Are you sure I know who this person is?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a guy?
It's a guy.
Okay. All right. Is he retired?
He's not retired.
Okay. Is he's still fighting?
Yes.
Does he have a belt?
I'm sure he has a lot of belts. He doesn't have a championship belt though.
Okay. Has he ever fought over a belt?
Like in a title fight? Yes, he's fought over a belt.
Ooh, okay. Right.
You make it sound like two brothers are fighting over a belt.
Okay. Is it a little guy?
No, it's not a little guy.
Is he a big guy?
This is the hardest part of this whole game. She asks like for sizes. She says just little and big.
Okay, is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Okay, is he the biggest guy?
No, he's not the biggest guy.
Okay, so it's not Big Country Nelson?
No, that's the biggest.
Is he a step below the biggest?
Yes.
Is he like Anderson Silva size?
No, he's a step below the biggest.
Okay, so Anderson Silva?
No.
Is Anderson Silva the biggest?
No. What?
Wait, so what's a step below? 200?
205.
205 is...
Anderson has fought at 205, but that's not his primary weight class.
Okay, so he's 205?
Yeah, he's 205.
Okay, I knew it. Okay, is he Hispanic?
No.
Is he Samoan?
No, he's not Samoan. No.
Is he a Caucasian white male?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, is he African American?
Yes.
Is he African?
I don't think he's African.
Okay. Just checking. I don't know.
He could be African. I don't know.
Is it John Jones?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Good job. That was relatively painless.
He should have just been my first guess. It took me way too long to get to John
Way
Jones.
too long. All right.
You got another one?
Yeah.
I need to take the headphones off?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. La 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 la.
Conor McGregor. All right. We're good.
All right. Okay. Should I go?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in the car. Like, it just makes me giggle to ask the question. Okay. Is it a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. You never know. Okay. Is he a little guy?
Yeah.
He's a little guy?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Is he retired?
No, he's not retired.
Is it Team Mighty? Is it Demetrius Johnson?
No, he's not. Not Team Mighty.
Is it Demetrius Johnson's wife?
Oh, Destiny Johnson?
Yeah.
No.
Team Mighty.
No, I said it's a guy.
Oh, okay.
It's nobody on Team Mighty.
Okay, damn it. Fuck. Okay. So he still fights.
He still fights.
So he's not retired.
No, I just said that like 3
Just
times.
clarifying. Is he? Does he have? Does he? It just makes me laugh. Does he have cauliflower ear?
Yeah.
Ooh, is it Frankie Edgar?
No.
What?
No, it's actually a good guess.
Yes,
No.
it is.
No, it's not Frankie Edgar. No, it's not Frankie Edgar.
Okay. Is he like is he a wrestler?
What are you asking?
Is he good at wrestling?
Yeah, but he's not primarily a wrestler.
Oh, okay. So is he does he do jitsu?
No, that's not his primary.
Do-jitsu.
Do-jitsu.
Is he a kickboxer?
He's a striker.
Striker? Is he Caucasian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good one.
But he's not like Caucasian, like he's from the Caucasus Islands, like his skin is white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just asking. Is he married?
Is he married?
Yeah.
I don't think he's married.
Does he want to be?
I don't know. I'll ask him, but I don't think he wants to be married right now.
Is his favorite book Treasure Island? Okay. Ooh, let's see. Is he is he a little guy?
Yeah, we already established he's a little guy.
Is he he's a white guy?
Yes.
Is he is Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Is it really? Yeah.
All right. Now we're getting more painful. That was good though.
It makes me laugh so hard. Good.
Robbie Lawler.
What do you mean?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
How am I doing?
No, that was pretty good. Definitely better than the car.
Oh, yeah, I had the giggles.
Yeah.
This game gives me the
It
giggles.
gives you giggles. Yeah.
Okay, is it a girl?
No.
Damn it. Okay, is it a guy?
Yeah.
Does he identify as a guy?
Yeah, he does.
So he's in a safe space. Okay. Okay, is he a little guy?
No.
Is he a big guy?
No.
What?
He's not a little or big guy.
Is it Lieutenant Dan?
No.
No. I don't know. I figured that somewhere in between there is someone that didn't have legs. So
Okay.
okay. So he's not a little guy. He's not a big guy.
No.
Is he just a regular guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a regular guy weigh like 175?
Yeah.
175?
No, 170.
170. 170.
Yeah.
All right. Does he love America?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay. Does he have a big back tattoo? Like, is his whole back covered in a tattoo?
No, his whole back is not covered in a tattoo.
Is his whole front covered?
No, it's not.
What about his calves?
No, his calves are not tattooed.
Does he have, like, yellow feet?
You've asked this. What the fuck is that supposed to
You know
be?
when they're, like, rolling around and you're like, whoa, why does his foot look so yellow?
No, that's like what happens when they touch the canvas. That's not their feet color.
Okay. So he's a regular guy. Does he have a belt?
Yeah.
Ooh, is it Robbie Lawler?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only so many people with them belts.
Yeah, nice job. He's.
I should have asked, did his face split open?
Yeah, that would have been him too.
All right, got it. Why are you smiling?
No, it's just funny. You're
What's
funny.
funny?
You're funny.
You funny.
You
You got
funny.
somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know him? It's a strategy. If you're playing 20 questions and you're trying to get to if you know somebody,
No.
like personally,
No,
you
we
just
don't.
go, do we know him?
We don't
Because
know.
then it like answers gender and
Yep, we don't know
they're
him.
alive, like everything. Okay. All right. Fine. Is it a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have a belt?
No.
Does he like belts?
I think he probably likes to love that.
Okay. Is it Clay Guida?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
You just fucking guessed
It's Clay
it.
Guida?
Yeah.
He's like my favorite fucking fighter ever because he's hysterical. Are you serious?
Oh, you just got it.
I was guessing it as a joke,
Yeah,
Julian.
no,
I was trying to make you
I picked it as
laugh.
a joke.
Oh, we double joked each other.
That was good.
I can't believe the only time I guessed is it Clay Guida is the time when it actually was
It actually
Clay
was
Guida.
Clay Guida.
Damn.
You just guessed it.
I'm fucking psychic.
That was
All right,
good.
Do more.
Yeah.
He still makes me laugh.
Nate Diaz.
Psychic sisters, hire me. Psychic twins.
What is that? Is that a new channel? I've heard all about that shit.
Yeah, Shane keeps talking about them.
Shane?
Channels.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is it a guy?
It's a guy.
Is he a little guy?
Sometimes.
What?
Yeah. Sometimes he's a little guy.
Does he like to be a little guy or does he want to be a big guy?
This little guy, primarily.
Ooh, is he blonde?
No.
Okay. Is he wait, so he's middle to little.
Yes, there you go.
Middle to little guy. Is that weight class called little? Okay. Is he a white guy?
Yeah, he's like.
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
Does he have brown hair?
Yeah.
Is he bald though?
No, he has brown hair.
Okay. Is he retired?
No.
Oh. Is he is it Dominic Cruz?
No.
Is it Kenny Florian?
No.
Is it Kenny Florian's wife?
It's definitely nothing to do with Kenny Florian.
Is he does he have both of his arms? Is he married?
No. No fucking way. No way.
Is he tall?
Yeah.
Is he like over 6 feet tall?
I think so.
Is it Stefan Struve?
I said little guy to middle.
Oh.
Stephen Struve weighs like 300 pounds.
Oh. So he's a little middle guy.
Middle.
But he's like 6 feet tall.
He's pretty tall, I think.
So he's like a green bean.
Yeah, fair enough.
Real tall. Brown hair. Is it Rory McDonald?
No. You want a hint?
No.
Okay.
Does he ever like to take deep breaths and then break people's arms in half? So it's not.
Sure.
So
No,
it's
sure.
not Frank Mir, is what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, he does that too.
Is it okay? Give me a hint.
Okay, we've driven through his hometown.
I don't know.
Well, that was your hint.
Does he live in Sacramento?
No, good guess though.
Does he live in Long Beach?
No.
Does he live in Oregon?
No. I remember we were in the car, and I said, we are driving through blank. This is where blank trains and lives.
Is
Very
it a
interesting.
Diaz?
Yes.
Is it Nate Diaz?
Yes.
Yeah!
We drove through Lodi or Stockton.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. This is fun.
Are we still playing?
Yeah, you want to do one more?
Yeah. Okay.
Shit, who should I do? Let's do Rock Up. No! What the hell? I wasn't done. Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't. I was just, I thought you were like
I'll
pranking me.
I'll tap you.
But it's been a long time.
I'm thinking. Holly Holm.
Fucking got you. Why you just leave me down there for so long, bro? What the fuck?
That's what
dude?
he said.
Dude, what the fuck?
Bear.
That's your space. That's your area.
Yes.
She can't do that to you. Is it a guy?
Wait, let's rewind. What was that?
It's a vine.
Oh, Evan Breen?
Is it a guy?
Yeah. No.
It's a girl.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Okay. Does she fight at 115?
No.
Does she fight at 135?
Yeah.
Ooh, is it Betchko Hea?
No, but you love Betchko Hea.
Oh my god, the internet trolls Betchko
The
Hea
internet is so
hard.
mean to Betchko Hea.
All right, I got this. Is it Rhonda?
No.
Is it Misha?
No.
Is it Girl Rilla?
No.
Is it Liz Carmouche?
No.
That's the same third person. Okay. Is it Gina Carano?
No.
Is it Kat Zingano?
Gina Carano fought at 145, if I'm not
Oh, well,
mistaken.
come on, let's go.
No, it's not Kat Zingano.
Is it Chris Cyborg? Chris.
You love Chris.
Okay. Is it 135, dude? What the fuck? Why am I running out of people?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a girl?
Mm-hmm.
And she fought. Is it Holly Holm? Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on, dude.
Right in front of your face, Jenna. All right, we'll do another one.
That was Tweezy.
That was Tweezy.
That was Tweezy.
That was Tweezy.
Okay.
Michael Bisping.
You already did it?
Mm-hmm.
You already said it? All right. Is it a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it a goyle? It's a guile. What if you were a guile named Kyle?
Guile named Niall.
Whoa.
I win. I win that round.
Okay. Is he a babe?
Yes.
Is he a total babe?
No.
Do you share your milk with him?
I would share my milk with him, but I wouldn't, like, he's not total babe.
Okay. Is he a big guy? Is he an average guy?
It's average big.
Okay. Is he a white guy?
Yeah.
Is he a brunette?
Does he have brown hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, good one. Okay.
I think he has brown hair. Actually, no, he doesn't have brown hair.
Is he retired?
Can I Google a picture really quick?
Yeah. Is he retired?
He's not retired.
Does he have a belt?
Nope.
Does he want a belt?
Yeah, he has brown hair. Yes, he wants a belt.
Does he fight for belts?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Is it Carlos Condit?
No.
He's fighting soon.
I don't know.
Okay. Is it, does he have a, does he have a word tattooed on his body? He has no tattoos?
No, he has tattoos. I don't think he has a word tattoo. It might be a word, but you've never seen that tattoo.
Okay, does he have, so he has tattoos.
Yeah.
And does he have any, like...
Like you're like, let me search my database of fighters with tattoos.
Okay, all right. Does he, does he have a beard?
No.
Guess who? All right. Does your guy wear glasses?
No.
Okay. Wait, so he's a middle-sized guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Has he ever fought a Diaz?
No.
Is it Nick Diaz?
No, he has not fought a Diaz.
That's a great guess, because Nick can't fight himself.
Oh my god. He's not fought a Diaz.
Okay, so is he bigger than the Diazes?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
He's a middle-sized guy.
So is it Chris Weidman?
Middle-sized.
Is it Chris Weidman?
No.
Okay. Is he the same size as Chris Weidman?
Middle-sized.
I know, but Stop saying that. It's getting weird.
Just say the first name again. Middle. Say middle.
What are you doing?
Say
I'm trying to guess
just say
it.
middle.
Middle.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay. All right. Never mind. That was a technique. It failed. Go.
Has he ever fought Chris Weidman?
No.
So is he bigger than Chris Weidman?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's a white guy.
Yeah, he's white.
Okay, and he's got brown hair.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
No, he's a middle guy.
And he still fights.
Yeah.
Is he the middleweight?
Yes.
He's the
That's
middleweight.
where we were trying to get. Yeah.
But it's still kind of big if you think about it.
It's middleweight.
But it's still kind of big.
I said kind of big.
Do middleweights weigh like 190?
185.
185? Mm-hmm. Middle. Okay, middle. Okay. I'm trying to think of who has that belt right now.
He doesn't have the belt.
No, I'm trying to think of someone that does have it.
Oh, okay.
So he's bigger than Chris Weidman. Ooh, is it...
Wait a minute.
Is it-
Fuck me. Sorry, fuck. He's the same weight class as Chris Weidman. Damn it, I'm sorry.
Ooh, you done fucked up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
Has
fucked
he
that
ever
one.
fought Chris Weidman?
I don't think he has, no.
Is it Vitor Belfort?
No.
Is it Nog? Is it Little Nog?
No, he's 205.
Good one.
I just said how much he weighed.
Okay, is he does he ever like does he have a tattoo on his head?
Head? No.
Dude, does he shave his head?
He has.
Does he have a wifey?
Yeah.
He has a wifey?
Yeah.
Does he have babies?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know the name of his kid?
Yeah.
Won't help. Callum.
Callum?
Yeah.
Not Gollum, right?
Callum.
At first I thought you said Gollum.
His kid's name is not Gollum. This is our daughter Christine and our son Gollum.
Okay.
Oh my god, Jen.
Okay. Does he have like a happy face? Is he like a happy looking guy?
No.
No, he looks
He
angry.
doesn't have a happy fucking face. No.
Is he like an angry guy?
Yeah.
Does he have like just daddy issues and stuff?
I don't know about that. No, I don't.
Does he hate everybody?
A little bit.
But he's a white guy. He's a middle guy. He's not retired, but he's never fought Chris Weidman.
I don't think he's fought Chris Weidman, no.
Is it Robbie Lawler?
No, we already covered. He's welter guy. Okay.
Oh, so he's bigger. Is he American? Is he American?
Do that face.
Is he American?
No, he's not American.
Is he Australian?
No.
Is he British? Mm-hmm. Ooh, is it Bisbee? Mm-hmm. I hate him for no real reason.
Yes.
I have no real reason to hate Bisbee.
Yes.
But I just do. You ever he has a way happy face. His face is super happy.
Well, he's happy at how much he trolls everyone.
I would have got it like 10 minutes ago if he said, yeah, his face is super happy.
Okay. Bisping, the fact that you hate him makes him so happy. That's what he wants. He wants people to hate him.
I don't really hate
I like
him.
Bisping. I've like, I know he can be kind of like, an antagonistic fuck sometimes, but I like him. I like his shtick, and I really like him as a person.
Really hate him.
I actually met him.
You did?
Yeah, I was in college, and our baseball team was supposed to work security for the street fair, and he was at the street fair because he lives in Orange County. Oh. And he walked up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm working, but can I get a picture?" And I have a picture with him, and the picture is of me at like 160 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
I was tiny, but I was like so excited to meet him.
You were middle.
I was lighter than him.
You were lighter.
He was probably like 200 pounds at the time.
You were middle.
Okay.
Middle.
Okay.
This podcast is brought to you by the letter middle.
The letter middle? Yeah. Is that our cue? Is that
Yeah.
Do we need to get you some Club W?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some Boll Branch, please.
Thank you to Boll Branch.
Yeah, thank
the best,
you guys.
most comfortable sheets in the world. Check them out, guys. Seriously, you will have great night's sleep. You will wake up not wanting to get out of bed, and I won't blame you because we do that too. BollandBranch.com. Product code Jenna Julien. 20% off your order. Thank you, Boll Branch. And Club W. Guys, I forgot to mention, Club W grows their own grapes. And for those who don't know,
What?
grapes make wine. So they
didn't know
make
that.
their own grapes
Wow.
to make their wine. Yeah, fucking crazy, right?
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, check it out. Club W have wine delivered to your door, specified for your palate. It is amazing. ClubW.com/Jenna Julien. 50% off your order when you use that URL. Or just click in the description. We have all the links of all our sponsors always in the description. So check it out.
Club W.
Club W. What is this, like This American Life?
The letter middle.
Let's do This American Life voices.
What? Oh.
Today on This American Life, we have Boll Branch. And
welcome to cereal.
Jenna is going to make cereal. What kind of cereal?
So, I can't even do it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my cereal and I'm going to get my almond milk.
And now the almonds, you say, are these organically grown or are they stolen from the grocery store?
I bought them with my money.
Okay, this is going to end right now. Thank you guys.
We should do a whole podcast just like that.
Yeah, if you guys want to be infuriated for 45 minutes, we'll do a podcast like that. Thank you all for watching and listening to our podcast.
Thank you for listening.
You guys are the real MVP. We appreciate you guys. Here's to an amazing 2016 full of great podcasts and weird things like that. Yeah, she did. She did.
It tastes like burning.
All right. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.